everyone. Today I will be working on some of the SQL queries that are mostly asked in the interviews, and I have selected a couple of queries that I will be working on. And let's begin. So these are the two tables that I will be working on. These two tables, and regarding these two tables, we will be querying some of the data to collect some of the data. Okay. If we see these two tables. Basically, for employee details table, we have employee ID, full name, manager ID, date of joining, and city. And for employee salary table, we have employee ID, project, salary, and variable. Okay, what the first query says, write a SQL query to update the employee names by removing leading and trailing spaces. What this means is like in this in this column, full name, we have Jon Snow, Walter White, Kuldeep Rana. Leading and trailing spaces means like if there's some space that is the end of word Snow, it will be it should be removed. If we have some space right before the word J, it should be removed. Basically, we have to remove that extra spaces. To remove extra spaces, we can use two functions. One is the L tree and one is the R tree. Using these two functions, we can remove the extra spaces. This will remove the extra space from left hand side, and this will remove the extra space from right hand side. So let's write the SQL query. Start from my table name, employee, employee details. Now we'll be using L tree, and inside of that, I will be using R tree and full name. This is pretty simple. So by using the L tree, R tree functions, we can remove the extra space from a specific word. Let's move to the second query. In the second query, what it's saying, we have to calculate the word, we have to calculate the character n for a word. Okay, if we see this table again, employee details, we have full name column. Now we have to calculate the N word, how many times it occurred. In Jon Snow, there are two N word, that is, it occurred two times. In Walter White, we don't have any N word, and in Kuldeep Rana, we have one N character, that is, the result should be 1. For Jon Snow, the count will be 2. For Walter White, the count will be 0. For Kuldeep Rana, the count will be 1. To calculate this type of things to calculate a character and we can use a logic like we can get the length of these words minus we can length of a word removing the and character. Let's see the logic first. Okay, if I copy this table and I want the length of word full name. I got the length, that is 912, and full name here. I got the length of the word full name. Now I have to calculate the length of the word full name for this words by removing the character n. I need to calculate the length by removing the character n. To do that, let me copy the same table, and to remove the character n from this word, I will do replace functions. I will use replace functions to replace full name, comma, I want to remove character and with nothing. Okay, I want to remove. Okay, now Let me full name. Okay, so what is full name? I got the word John by removing the N, Jon Snow, Walter White, and full name. In Rana, I have removed the word N. Okay, now I have to calculate the length of this one. Okay, for Jon Snow, by removing the character N, the length is 7. For Walter White, length is 12. For Kuldeep Rana, by removing the character N, length is 11. So, to use something like, we can use a logic like length of the full name minus length of this. By removing the character N, we can get the length of a word and for a specific word. So to write this query, what I will do, select, I will need full name, then I can use this length, and after that I will use this length of the word full name minus length of the word by removing the N character. Then I can get the number of occurrences of a word in of a character in a word. So in Jon Snow we have 2. In Walter White we don't have any N. In Kunti Prana we have 1. By this way you can uh, calculate the character occurrence in a specific word. Let's move to the next query. Okay. Write a SQL query to fetch only the first name string from the full name column. Okay. Basically, from this table, employee details table, we need to calculate from this employee details table. Okay, we have full name here. We have to get only the first word, John, Walter, full name. We don't have from this whole word, we have to get only the first word. Okay, to do this, if we want to extract something from a string or from a string, we can use substring functions. We can use substring functions. For substring, you can get a syntax of the substring. The syntax will be like this: the word and starting position, and this will be ending position. This is the syntax of substring functions. Since we have to collect only the first word from a string, we will be using these functions. Okay, now here I have to write full name. Okay, and the starting position will be 1, and the ending position is not specific here. For John, the ending position is 4. For Walter, the ending position is 6. And for Kuldeep, the ending position is 7. We don't have specific ending positions. For that, basically for that, we can use a function, char index. We can use this function to get the position number, to get the index number of each of this last word, to get the index number of each of this last word. Let me check the SQL syntax for this one index. Okay, I got this syntax. Okay, this is the syntax for char index. So here, basically, I want to calculate the position of each of the last word. So I can put it here, the ending positions, to get the substring. Okay, to do this, to do this, and I need to, here will be this one and my, you take column name, full name. Okay, so I can get the index position of each of the last word and I can put it here. Let's write the query. I can get the full name. After that, I need the substring. My substring will be full name. Then the starting position is 1. For the ending positions, I will be using char index functions. For char index, as I have already seen, I need to I need to get the ending positions, and the syntax is this one. Basically, I'm giving some space because at the end of each word we have some space. That's why I'm giving the space and get the ending position. And I will be full name. Then, okay, so I got this. Okay, so the full name is there, and as you can say it half, or you can say first word. First word. Full name. We are using a substring here to calculate the ending positions. We are using a substring here to calculate, like to gather the first word here, and the full name, as the syntax says, the string that we need to uh, that we need to extract the starting positions, and this is my ending positions. Since char index give the position number, and this is that because at each of the word we have an some space. That's why I've given some extra space to get the position of that extra space and from full name column. By this way, we can calculate, we can extract some, we can extract a word from a string by using a substring functions. Let's move to the second query. Okay, write a query to fetch the position of a given character in the field. Okay, to fetch the position of a given character, as we have already seen, to fetch the position of a given character of a string, we can use this function, char index. So if I write the same query, select star from my table, let me use the first name here. Let me use here the first name. Full name. Let me use the full name, and suppose I am looking for a word uh, N. Okay, char index. I'm looking for a word L on full name column. Okay, we don't have, okay, this is the full name, and for L we have position at 3. It will give you the first position. If the word is repeated, it will give you the first position of that word. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Remember, on the third position, dial is present, and 1, 2, 3. And suppose if I want to look for character R, and that's in my, the position is 9, and the position is 9. This one is for 6, and this one is for 9. R is present on 9 position, and here will Walter White 6 is position, like R is position, R is in the 6th position, and for Jon Snow we don't have any word R. So basically, if you want to find out a the position number or an index number of a specific character, you can use the char index function. Let's move to the next query. Okay, what it says, write a SQL query to fetch the employee full names and replace space with this one. Okay, if we see this table, in the full name, after John we have space, after Walter we have space, after Philip we have space. So what it says, instead of the space, we need to give this hyphen sign. So we are replacing something. We are replacing the space with hyphen sign. For that, we can use the replace function. So I will be using the replace function, and I will be replacing full name. I will be replacing the word space with hyphen and comma full name. This one. Since we are replacing something from a word, we can use the replace function. It's pretty simple. By replace the space with the hyphen. So this is also done. Let's move to the next one. Write a SQL query to fetch the employee IDs that are present in employee details but not in employee salary. Okay, let's look into these two tables first. Okay, what it says, from the employee details table, this is the table, we have to take out all the employee IDs, okay, which are present on this table, but these employee IDs should not be present on this table, that is the employee salary table. Okay, and since I'm not seeing any employee IDs that are present here but not present here because all the employee IDs are present. Okay, for this also we can write a subquery. Suppose first I will select this table. Let's start from this one where employee ID not in, select employee ID from employee salary. That's one. By this way, by using a subquery, since we don't have any employee ID which are present on this table but not present on employee salary table, there is no such employee. But you can, by using this query, we are checking the employee IDs. Basically, we are checking the employee IDs which are present here but not in, that should not present on this employee salary table. By using a subquery, you can write this type of, by using a subquery function, by using a subquery, you can write this type of queries. Okay, let's move to the last query. Okay, write a SQL query to fetch all the employees who are also the managers of the employee details table. This table, okay, so let me first go to this table. Okay, what it says, write a SQL query to fetch all the employees, basically all the employees who are also the managers. Okay, suppose we have employee ID this one and we have manager ID this one. Okay, now we have to check this employee ID is a manager. For that, we need to check 121 is it present in the manager ID list 121? No, it is not the man, and this employee ID is not the manager. We are checking 321. Is this 321 is present in the manager ID list? Yes, it is present. 321 employee ID 321 is present in the manager ID list. Okay, that is Jon Snow. Let's check for third one, 421. Is 421 is present here? No. So basically, employee, which is 321, is also the manager, Jon Snow. we are doing basically we are checking on the same table. That means we are doing a self join here. Since we are checking the employee ID and the manager ID by doing a self join. This type of if we need to check the data on the same table by using equal to sign, then in that scenario, we can use the self join. Now, how to use the self join? Okay, so let's start from this one. Let me give it as e inner join the same table employee details. Let me give it as the on d dot employee ID equal to d dot manager ID. I need the full name here. Okay, I need to give this d dot full name, and if we run this, we will get Walter White. Okay, give it. Is Walter White is the right one? 221. Yes. Walter White is yes. Employee ID. Walter White employee is 221, which is also the manager ID 221. So in this type of scenarios where we are checking the data on the same table, then we can use a self join. Self join means joining the same table. We are joining the same table here. Since we need to check between the employee ID and the manager ID, so we need joining the same table by doing an inner join. So that is all for today, and thank you.